So guys, today I'm explaining the Pathaan movie. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. On August 5th, 2019, Indian uploads Article 317, which gave a special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The political move gained a lot of positive and negative reaction from the entire world. When Pakistan General Qadar Hadar the news, he started forming with anger. Qadar was suffering from a terminal illness and his doctor had told him that he had approximately 3 years to live. Qadar wanted to make the most of these 3 years by waging war against India. He knew that his government could not let him execute with such a plan, which is why he hired a mercenary group called Outfit X, infamously known for undertaking such mission. Outfit X was headed by an ex-RAW agent who had gone rogue. Jim was working for RAW when he was his pregnant wife were taken as hostage by a terrorist organization in a foreign land. The group asked the Indian government for a sum of 10 crore rupees for sparing the life of their soldiers. Colonel Luther did not sanction that amount because negotiation with the terrorists was not an option. Jim's wife died, and for that day on, Jim's made it his mission to destroy India. Pathaan had gotten permission for his supervisor for a greater joint operation and converted research unit GOCR, and once his team started working in full swing, they got some valuable information that even then the Indian intelligence agency RAW did not know about. Pathaan met Jim for the first time in Dubai when he got intel about an attack on the President of India. There were two scientists who were occupying the president, and nobody convinced him that the attack was not on the president but was an attempt to kidnap the scientists for some unknown purpose. Pathaan and his team went to Dubai. They meant able to stop Jim. He kidnapped one of the scientists and made a narrow escape. The GRC come to known as the ISI agent Rubina Mohsin account was used to make payments of the Outfit X, which was led by Jim. Pathaan planned to go to Spain to meet her, as it was severed by his team that she did not know anything about the payments being made and had nothing to do with the Outfit X group. But Pathaan was tricked, and he realized that the information they got about Rubina was a trap to set by Jim so that he could not meet Pathaan in person. Rubina was in fact working for Jim, and she wasn't logging into her account for checking her emails on purpose, so that authorities in India were led to believe that she was innocent. Jimmy gave Pathaan an offer to join his mercenary group and weekends havoc on the entire world, just like he had been doing since leaving RAW. Jimmy tried showing Pathaan the other side of the coin. He told him that the nation and the people running in the treat soldiers like them as fodder and for them. It does not matter if they live or die. Jim believed that patriotism was a policy used by people stinging in the position of a power. Accurate soldier like Pathaan into believing that the risking one's life for the greater good is the noblest of all the cases. Similarly, offer was unable to save Pathaan. Loyalty and even the treatment of the painful did not make him soother. Jim left in the helicopter and asked him he meant to kill Pathaan. Just then something explosion happened that shocked each and every merchant present on the scenes. Rubina turned against the Outfit X and saved Pathaan because she realized that Pathaan could help her way more than the Jimmys that he wanted to. That's when she told Pathaan about something called Rakta Beach, and now in religion it was Jimmy mission. Now Pathaan had no clue that the Rakta Beach was true. He knew that the name had popped up more than one, and the dark and Rubina told Pathaan that Rakta Beach was kept in the secret vault in Moscow. Pathan's instant reaction was that he wanted to accompany Rubina and get deadly weapon by possession, but before that he need to ask for permission for his superiors. So he convinced the member to tell them that how important it was that their hands to screw weapons that had portal determined the fate of an entire nation. Rubina and Pathaan reached Moscow, and they realized that it was not easy to break into the vault which was kept. The vault was on the 92nd floor of the building, was secured by a complicated locking system. Yuri and the Karina were two high-level Russian officials who were in the charge of the vault and had the lock and key in their possession, through which the vault could not be opened. Pathaan and Rubina completed the first step of the mission by stealing it from them. Having produced the means that access, they were entered the vault, and that's when Pathaan realized that he had been decided. All while Rubina took by the cylinder which had the transparent green liquid inside, which was that they were calling off the beach. She trapped Pathaan inside the vault and escaped from there. Rubina had begun walking from Jimmy as his while. Pathaan was not the kind of the person who mistrusts people, but this one time he badly tricked. Pathaan was taken in by the Russian authorities and transported to the Black Prison. His supervisor, whom her referred of the Ma'am Dimple Kepadia, came to meet him there, but she asked in Russian to do whatever they demand, felt as she told them that the nation had nothing to do with Pathaan. In reality, she had gone there to deliver a message of Pathaan, which he was able to do by communication with him through Morse code. By secretly tapping her finger, Pathaan knew that help was on its way. There was somebody out there lurking in the shadows, so who was going to rescue the Pathaan. The Russian had planned to get Pathaan murdered while transporting him on a train. Once of them prisoner on the train was given random messages, and he had others were just about to kill him when there was thought of the roof on the train. The roof was blown up open, and from the hug of the Czech malfer that used to be a part of the coordination clipping of an extra agent in case Tiger to save his friend Pathaan. Both of them killed the Russian soldier together and were able to escape them once again. After escaping from the Russian base, Pathaan was eating and Rubina's several squad and the equipment known that the rock the beach actually was, and why it was considered to be more lethal than a nuclear weapon. Rubina established contact with Pathaan and the agent of the rebel nation met once again. Rubina told Pathaan that after smallpox was eradicated from the world, a few samples of it were kept by a few countries that denoted the world severed their interest at the later stage. Pathaan did not understand that if the vaccine for smallpox already existed, then how could it will be treated for the contemporary times? Rubina said that Jim, with the help of the kidnapping Indian scientists, and modified the genetics materials and causes the mutation of the virus. The vaccine was integration of this multiple species, and the Jim tend to target an unknown city in India, and in fact with the deadly for this Jim had a double motive behind the targeting on an Indian city. He was getting paid by the General Qadar, who wanted to send a strong message of India after Article 370 was abolished. And secondly, Jimmy had his personal reasons. He had been itching to take revenge from the Indian government after they had related 5 and unborn child killed by the terrorists. There were two metallics orbs in which the murderous smallpox was the burst by Jimmy when the Rubina and the Pathaan attacked and slept. They were able to produce one of them. Jim escaped, but the second of the Rubina was taken with the Pathaan started to make corners later. This was how they were able to get the lens of the situation function with the corners and they did not have been able to get to the in the first place. The organization was not scientists had tried to open the door and Nick had only been models what only scientists were unable to for them, and what I was saying about the reason of the sin wasn't there, and smallpox some present in the system of what I can do. Whatever the call from the gym, they were told that the smallpox symbols and the center of the work. The group center is together with the parents and became the material something that the language from isolation at the moment of the kill of the language is putting that is mission levels and organization here to look at the smallpox symbols and All is set on the target and the city and reacting, and they managed to kill the member of the office. Accidental Qadar was also called the budget to minister to giving a dark and missile to something that had personal to cause by the suspicion. The Mexican organization of Parliament to offer the mission was released and the small of similar vital was going to land in the starting to spread symbol to where the planning those full not have stopped with the taken the impersonal calling to thoroughly containing the 5 parrot and simply do not have the option to buy lunch on the side from the destroying of the suppressing the Pathaan was not going to given him photos unable to listen from the image of the second before it was relatively looking at the Maldives Pathaan was mission skip the Jimmy and the ship like it is on the river after putting the people in the organization of the bringing the and they are stored back together and collecting on the rest. In the process of creating the film was tiger and Pathaan sting in the police and after came the racing on what the conversation had. Life was not only promising when the spy universe of which character are, but it is also the Sony Robinson formation relation of everything the place as had caught up with the very condition was from the younger after the name of real condition. Matagal partner came to the consummate of the spy solution of the station. Pathaan was responsible for the tiger of his helpless son Khan's lead side indirectly were all the part of this 5% fear of overcome weekend frequency separation all the reference in his movies is linearly for which started to mental the type of fantasy realizing something like this new this can be represented by the taking of the feeling and administrative against. Thank you for this much. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and comment me which movie should I review you.